Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're doing gameplay with brand new 100 overall Carmelo Anthony. Massive shout out to my boy Crash Bandicoot for letting me use his account to record this video. This Melo is probably the best shooting guard in the game, I would have to think. I think he's basically a better Vince, is kind of what it looks like to me anyway. Although not the same, pretty similar. I do think he's gonna be really, really good though. That I can say with confidence. I have pretty high hopes for Carmelo being an elite level option. The question is, I mean, at the end of the day, he's another one of those cards like Blake, like Zach Edey, that's going to cost you a few $100s to get at least. It's just not a realistically very attainable card unless you're willing to spend a lot of money. But that does not mean he's not going to be a great card. I mean, you're looking at, I think, a card who, we'll see how the Oscar upper plays, because it was kind of annoying me with a couple of cards, but could be just elite as a shot creator. Really elite as everything, obviously. Stats and badge-wise, he looks incredible. And I think he's going to be an awesome card. I'm excited to try him out. So before we hop into it, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 40,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. And without further ado, Carmelo's 6'7", 99 offense and defense. And of course, as 100 overall, 99 stats across the board, and then badge wise, again, he's got 30 base hoffs. My boy Bandicoot added what, 30, he added 7, so he's got 37 base or 37 hoffs now. But like in general, when you look at the card, he's not missing anything important, unsurprisingly. He's 100 overall. Like that's not a surprise. And I think animation wise, he's going to be really good too. So I have pretty high hopes for this card, man. I think he's going to be, I do think he's the best shooting guard in the game. Because the thing about Vince is Vince has that Patty Mills base, but Vince doesn't have like great SIGs besides that. Melo has at least a little bit of movement, or actually a good amount of movement to go with it. So Melo's dribble style is De'Aaron Fox, which I don't love, but he does have a nice escape, obviously, the Curry escape, which might be my favorite escape in the game. And his jump shot is Cam Thomas base with Oscar upper. And I think Cam Thomas base, Oscar upper, I don't know, man. That's one of the better jumpers I've used this year. That's for sure. This shot is really, really nice. I will say the Oscar upper seems to have some weird like load ups at times with the stick and stuff. So I don't know. We'll see how I shoot in game, because there's been a couple cards with Oscar upper that I've struggled with more in game than I anticipated I would. So we'll see if Carmelo's one of those cards as well, but overall, at least in freestyle, he's looking like a freaking beast. De'Aaron Fox does not have a great burst, but does have a very good push cross. You can get like a burst out of the hezi as well, but that animation is, you need more space to trigger that, but that animation right there that I just got, you can trigger out of the hezi if you time it properly, and it won't always give you the proper animation totally, but look, the animations look phenomenal. He's an elite level slasher, can be an incredible defender. I do think this is the best shooting guard in the game. I'm interested to see how much I really like him in game, so let's hop into a game, see what Carmelo Anthony can do. Alrighty, opponent here has got, a decent team. He's kind of small though. He looks like KD at the 4, Noah at the 5, whereas we have Kareem at the 4 and 100 overall, KP at the 5. So big size advantage there. Obviously, this dude Bandicoot's team is nasty. He has a ridiculously good squad, and I think we're gonna have ourselves pretty easy. Maybe not super easy. This dude's in tier 1. Maybe he'll be a tough player, but definitely a team advantage here for sure, if nothing else. So this dude's team is nuts, by the way. He got Melo and Blake, and he's got Weber off the bench. His team is absolutely ridiculous. Good board by Kareem, and let's get into some offense here. Throw it up to Carmelo, matched up against B-Roy, who obviously is a really good card, but I don't think it's quite Melo level, and we're gonna go downhill to the rim, and that was not a very good take. Thankfully, KP with the board. Why are you popping to the mid-range, Melo? I'll take the jump shot, but I wanted a three-pointer right there. But either way, he knocks it down. First shot of the game is a bucket, and I'll take it. Not a bad start for Carmelo Anthony. Kind of feel bad for my opponent because he's a tier 1 player. He looks like he's probably a pretty good player, but his team just can't compete right now. All right, let's get into some offense here with Carmelo. See if we can use that Curry escape to create some space, or just come off the screen here. Boom, double escape. I wanted to shoot that, but I don't think I'm quite got enough space for it, so we're gonna reset the ball. He has his stamina bar turned off. That's kind of annoying. I always like to see my stamina bar, so maybe a little bit of a force there. Good board by Kareem though. Back out to Melo. He gets fouled from behind. I got to green that. That should have been a 4-point play. That's tough. All right, we'll take the free throws. The first shot wasn't great. The second one I probably should have greened, but you know what? Free throws are free throws. We'll take the points, and we should have 5 points here in this game. Obviously 99 free throws, smooth free throw release. Carmelo should pretty much never miss the free throw line, and he knocks all 3 of those down easily there. Okay, let's settle into some offense here, and let's see what we can do. I could put him on Magic. In fact, I think I'm going to, just for the size. He's a little bit bigger than MJ. See how he does size wise against Magic, although he actually gets switched back out onto B-Roy there. Low-key probably could have stolen that if I'd reached Carmelo. You gotta remember, Carmelo ain't going for nothing defensively anymore. This isn't like Opal Carmelo, where he's kind of mediocre defensively and he's mostly a scorer. This is a really, really great elite level defensive Melo. And he knocks down a 3-ball as well. Already has 8 points on the game. And I think this might just be one of those games that is over quickly. In fact, I think our opponent might have already quit. That's what it looks like. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't look like he's going to stick around for very long. Mid-range jumper, Carmelo, knockdown. And we will take the W, I'd assume. There you go. Perfect. Let's hop into another game. Keep dominating with Carmelo Anthony. All right, hopping into the second game. Rough first minute, but he leaves me wide open and I miss. Are you trolling? Oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna see if we can get some stuff going here. Not a great start to the second game by any means, but it is what it is. He's gonna slip the screen and he's gonna get a free dunk, and I'm down 7-0. Oh my gosh, not a good start at all. First game was dominant. It wasn't even competitive, and we got a quick quit. Second game is not starting off quite as well as I'd like it to, that's for sure. Forcing to reject the screen. Perfect. Beautiful. Carmelo. The great thing about these cards is, like, they're so good as 3-hunters that people overplay them super high for the most part, and it leaves open the driving dunk 9 times out of 10 when somebody's playing you to prevent you from getting the 3-ball. So it's one of the things that I really like about this card, and on all these types of like elite level three hunting cards are really good sigs and a great jumper and stuff. And there you go, that's what you like to see, knocking down a deep 3-ball. Carmelo Anthony with 5 quick points, getting us right back in the game. Love to see it. Step here, honestly we'll live with that step back. Oh, and that's a good fade. Honestly not an easy shot though, and he gets an offensive board with Reeves. Good D, Carmelo Anthony. Hey, yes sir, go coast to coast, stick dunk, and Carmelo immediately a 7-0 run of his own to get us right back into a tie ball game. You love to see it. Great start from Carmelo Anthony in this one. That's too deep. You're not greening that. I was going to say that is not a shot that you are going to green. I was happy to let him shoot that one. Pump fake here again. Carmelo, chill. We're going to get him hooping still. You better step on me because I'm shooting the next one off the curry escape if you play it like that again. Boom. I'll take the midi shot. Good shot. Carmelo Anthony. Goodness gracious. He is absolutely doing it right now. This card, I feel like he can run your offense as your primary ball handler while being your primary lockdown defender. And like when you have that, that's a pretty insane card. You know what I mean? I don't know. Just like Blake, this card is like end game-ish for sure. Like he's a card who's going to play on people's teams for the rest of the year who get him. I can't justify the amount of money it costs to get these cards. Me personally, I know there are people out there who can, clearly, because I've done gameplays with both of them, right? And I mean, this dude's got both of them, but I personally can't justify how much money that costs on this game. But that doesn't take away from how absolutely awesome they are as cards. As we're gonna drive the ball here, and Reeves just can't guard me, and I'm going right by him for another stick dunk. I mean, it's like free buckets every single play. If you are good at the game with these cards, guys like Blake and Melo and Chris Webber and cards like that, if you use them properly, some of these 100 overalls, especially these new ones, are just like, they're just so much better. I don't know if there's a card at the shooting guard position that's even particularly close to Melo, because as good as Vince is, Vince doesn't have half the movement that Carmelo does, let alone the fact that Vince is actually shorter. And I mean, look, I don't know. I just think Carmelo, I missed that shot right there, but I just think Carmelo is pretty easily the best shooting guard in the game. And like Blake and Webber are by far the 2 best small forwards in the game. It's like there aren't dark matter cards that are on the level of these cards right now. So one more stick dunk, Carmelo Anthony, another dominant first quarter after a rough start. 7 of 11, 2 of 5 from 3, 16 points and a steal. Carmelo Anthony is a monster. He absolutely destroyed in both of those games, and I hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back on more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.